Yo, what's up, guys? Surprise, surprise. The breaker came out today, even though it's supposed to be on a 2 month break, from what I heard. And yeah, so chapter 119 is out. I'm not sure why people said it was out on the 2 month break. I read it myself, but I'm not really bothered because as I said it's out, and after the last cliffhanger where the fight was about to happen, I'm just glad. So I'm not bothered, and I guess you guys are glad too. So yeah, Shi-Woon versus Jin-Seek, good chapter. Trust me. It was really good because they kind of kept it how I was hoping they would keep it, where you can see the clear difference in Shi-Woon and Jun Sensik's skill and strength. Like Jun Sensik is pretty much like, as they say, one of the grandmasters. He's not bothered by Shi-Woon in the least, and this is shown quite frequently in the chapter. Like on several occasions, Shi-Woon's trying to attack him using foot techniques to get in close, and Jun Sensik was like literally first time he just used that technique and hit him in the head, which threw him off balance. But I have to give Shi-Woon credit because he did try his hardest to counter attack him. Like from that hit, he used a roundhouse kick, but even though he tries, like like what he did in the Dok Hen Rang fight, where he just kept trying to counter attack, he keeps getting hit again. So after he attempted that roundhouse kick, Jun Sasik just pretty much flips him away like it was nothing. And he lots of times he's basically trying to instill fear and make him lower his confidence by doing that. Like as he said when he threw him against that tree, saying that should show the clear difference between us. But Shi-Woon, being the stubborn, mad guy he is right now, just went in straight away from after that hit and attacked, carried on attacking, even though Jun Sensik is nice and calm, like dodging, swerving away. He was shocked because he's thinking that should have thrown him off completely. Why is he still attacking? And this is when he looks into his eyes and he realizes, oh, so that's what he was going after. And Jong Lei-won's in the background. He's just standing there like some freaking idiot, and he's like, oh. Why doesn't Ju Sensik just finish this off? He should just capture him and stop wasting time. So Shi-Woon, attempts another attack. I'm guessing he's been trying to use the Soul Crusher strike quite a few times because the blows do look quite heavy. But Ju Sensei basically he does that to him again and stops him dead in his tracks. And Shi-Woon attempts another attack, but this is when he's stopped again by Jun Sensei, basically say, you know what, chill out, calm down. He's like, I know you've gotten much stronger, and I've heard I can see what you're trying to do with this whole suicide, I'm gonna fight to the death plan or tactic. And he's like, you know what, I don't believe that. I believe that you're basically stalling for time. Like, I know there's some Wuklan are on their way here and they'll be here in a helicopter in 20 minutes. And this shocks everyone, including Shi-Woon, because he's like the Sun Wu. So I'm assuming that he is not shocked that they're coming, but shocked that they're coming so soon, because the last time he spoke to them, they got cut off and he was basically hoping they would arrive. And in this fight now, this fight was basically a fight to the death for him, because as we saw earlier, he was basically saying, oh, I'll fight this guy. He's like, he's basically like, this isn't about survival, planning, or trying to draw out time. I'm fighting as a Gaju, and I'm fighting dueling this guy. And he's like, and if it means to the death, so be it. And he's like, isn't that right, Elder or Grandpa Zhong? So he's thinking about Elder Zhong with this. So he has definitely kept his word where he said he will live up and be a strong Gaiju and live up to the expectation of Elder Zhong. Another interesting thing we see in the chapter was, what was it? Ju San-sik keeps mentioning, the overhaul rebirth. He was saying that, even though it's like he understands Shi-Woon's level has risen, because he said, you may have the body of a god right now. Yeah, that sounds a bit weird, perverted old man. But anyway, yeah, because you might have the body of the god. Sorry, because of the overhaul rebirth technique, but it's like this level of skill between us is very apparent, which he demonstrates several times. So yeah, going back to when Shi-Woon was stopped, he basically, Jun Sensei proposed a thing, makes a proposition to him saying, like, let's just have a fair duel or duel, one on one, just me versus you. And basically it's like if you win and you can survive until the helicopter gets there, you win, you can leave, and that's it. We'll leave you. And if the opposite happens and I win and you don't survive until the helicopter comes here, or basically, you have to do as I say. You come with me with no complaints, no excuses, and that's it. And this is, he kind of hopes to basically break Shi-Woon's confidence by basically giving him hope of living, and his false sense of security that he could win and survive or get away, because he hopes to trap him with this if he kind of lowers his guard. But Shi-Woon's like, okay, fine, but don't back out yourself. And this is when Jun-Seok's confident. He's like, yes, I've got him in my trap now. He'll either run or he'll fight and try and draw out time. Nope, Shi-Woon goes, same thing, attacks exactly how he did previously, like he's willing to die. And this shocks Jun-Seok. He's like, didn't I just tell him? He's like, why is he fighting like he's going to die? I gave him a bit of hope. This should have broken him. But Shi-Woon's his mind frame is basically, regardless of the situation, it may have changed, I'm going to fight this guy exactly how I would. I'm fighting to the death. This is like for honor as well. And also, it's like he basically, it raged him on to fight at his full. So he said, I'm going to give it all I got, 100% power. And so yeah, this is Shi-Woon's got more motivation to fight this guy as a Gaju, and fight at his full potential, as we see, because his hits seemed a lot harder and he seemed like he was going faster. And one point, this is where it got interesting, was where I was shocked. I was like, that's it, he got caught. He did a kick towards Ju-Seok, and it was like he stopped dead because Ju-Seok was like that to the bottom of his foot. He's like, that's it now. Remember, don't back out on your deal. You're coming with me. But Shi-Woon follows this up with a soul crushing key strike, which is basically he punches him really hard and towards his torso, and Ju-Seok blocks it barely. But he's like, is this what he's been doing all this time? He's been leading up to this, hoping that he can make an opening or find an opening in my defense. And while he's thinking this, Shi-Woon does, the Kamehameha pose. We saw Dok-Hen-Rang do this, and he did it himself in his fight against him. And yes, he uses Chaotic Heaven's Destruction Strike, and we don't see what happens. All we see is a big bang at the end, and Jong-Lae-won screaming like a little girl for Ju-Seok. So yeah, that was a mad chapter. Why it ended there? God, these guys are assholes. But that was a good way to end it. I don't think Ju-Seok is hurt by that, or he's gonna be incapacitated. He'll probably be maybe a bit bruised, a bit cut, a bit dirty, who knows, but it's not gonna finish him. He is a grandmaster, and it would be disappointing if Shi-Woon beats him regardless, even if this was a brilliant plan and lead up to this attack. He's still leagues behind because he's had less time and less even Jun-Seok said, I thought people said this guy was only training for months, like only being a disciple of the Sun-Woo and not Chun-Woo, the elder 9 arts dragon, for only a few months. But it's like, even though like that he has that for a few months, yes, he's showing more confidence and like he's fighting like a veteran, but still he lacks the experience and years that a grandmaster would have. So yeah, I don't think this is gonna beat him, Ju-Seok. It might maybe buy Shi-Woon some time, but that's about it. Another thing I'm interested in, it seems like this chapter kind of confirms that Shi-Woon has mastered the Black Heaven and Earth technique, because you need to know how to use that properly to use Chaotic Heaven Strike, and he's using this in his conscious state. I'm not sure if he's using the Black Origin thresholds, the one where his eyes glow and the steam comes up, because he did use something like that at the beginning, when we saw Chun-Woo behind him against when he was fighting Jong-Lae-won, and he was scared. But maybe he's completely perfected it now. I think I said it before, but it seems like he might have this mastered and he can use it in a conscious state, because we did see signs of that propping up when Dok-Hen-Rang was fighting him, and he was Shi-Woon was kind of talking sometimes. So that's interesting, that's true. And yeah, as I said, it seems like he's pretty much becoming a master, and this probably lead up to the end of the breakout, and then part 3 will begin. So yeah, that was all I have to say. The chapter was really good. I can't wait for next week. We'll see what happened with Drew Sensik. I don't think he's been beaten, but yeah, let me know what you guys think and what you predict will happen next. Also, if you enjoyed the chapter, leave us a like because it helps us out, and also subscribe for more content in the channel, and I'll speak to you guys in the next chapter.